The Story of Prince Ahmed and the Fairy Paribanou. 1. There was a sultan who had 3 sons and a niece. The eldest of the princes was called Hussein, the second Ali, the youngest Ahmed, and the prince, his niece, Nur-Rani-Har. The Princess Nur-Rani-Har was the daughter of the younger brother of the Sultan, who died and left the princess very young. The Sultan took upon himself the care of his daughter's education and brought her up in his palace with the 3 princes, proposing to marry her when she arrived at a proper age, and to contract an alliance with some neighboring prince by that means. But when he perceived that the 3 princes, his sons, loved her passionately, he thought more seriously on that affair. He was very much concerned. The difficulty he foresaw was to make them agree, and that the 2 youngest should consent to yield her up to their elder brother. As he found them positively obstinate, he sent for them all together and said to them, "Children, since for your good and quiet I have not been able to persuade you no longer to aspire to the princess, your cousin, I think it would not be amiss if everyone traveled separately into different countries, so that you might not meet each other. And, as you know, I am very curious, and delight in everything that's singular. I promise my niece in marriage to him that shall bring me the most extraordinary rarity, and for the purchase of this rarity you shall go in search after, and the expense of traveling I will give you everyone a sum of money." As the 3 princes were always submissive and obedient to the Sultan's will, and each flattered himself fortune might prove favorable to him, they all consented to it. The Sultan paid them the money he promised them, and that very day they gave orders for the preparations for their travels, and took their leave of the Sultan, that they might be the more ready to go the next morning. Accordingly, they all set out at the same gate of the city, each dressed like a merchant, attended by an officer of confidence, dressed like a slave, and all well mounted and equipped. They went the first day's journey together, and lay all at an inn where the road was divided into 3 different tracts. At night, when they were at supper together, they all agreed to travel for a year, and to meet at that inn.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?